Hey guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks. And today I'm gonna show you two replays in my newly acquired ISU-152. And I've just gotten the BL-10 gun on this little beast. And it has a really awful accuracy. Well, at least on paper, because I'm gonna start this match with a very nice clutch shot on this AMX. So we're less than a minute into the game and already first kill. The enemy scout is neutralized. And I take up a camping position up in K4 on mines, and as you can see on the map, we have a Tiger 2 over here somewhere, and I just want him to show himself. Now this cannon here has a average damage of 750. And there we have the Tiger 2. And we're on 2 kills, managing to set the Tiger 2 engine on fire. So I decided to push on. And we see a Hellcat and a Jagdpanzer 4. And I can't really shoot at any of them. And this Hellcat decided to make a run for it. And that's a very bad move for him. So I now have 3 kills with 4 hits. With a total of almost 2000 damage. Now I should only have 3 hits because the 4th is the engine damage, or the fire damage I should say. So I'm looking at the middle, at that Löwe there, trying to see if he's gonna do something. We got some attention on this Jagdpanzer 4 here. And all of a sudden a T-29 appears. And we now have 4 kills. And we just keep on pushing on this side. And I get a bit upset there that I got shot at. I get tracked and I immediately repair. And we see the Tiger P, enemy artillery. And I don't really care about him right now. So we know that there is a Jagdpanther and he shows himself. And he gets knocked out quickly. And all of a sudden Artie shows himself again. I take the last 7 hit points from him. And there we have it. The first game in the ISU with the BL-10 cannon. And here we have the post-game stats. We managed to get 56,000 credits and 1,554 experience. And as you can see, we only fired 1 shot at each enemy. And you can see here that we also destroyed 6 out of 7. And you can also see here that we did 3,407 damage, base XP of 1,036. We only received 2 hits and traveled 1.2 kilometers. And here we are with the next replay, and we're on Redshire. And this was a very interesting game for me. So I decided to head off to the killing fields. Now this area could be either a very good or a very bad choice at the beginning, as you have more or less no protection on the flank. Everyone who are on the hill can shoot down upon you. But I knew the risk and I decided to go here anyway. And there we have the first spots. And once again, clutch shooting the enemy T-21, taking out the scout right away. So knowing that they have no scout anymore, I push on, trying to get some shots into the K1S, but I decide that, well, there's a T-29 here, and that shot misses sadly, and that is very unfortunate for me. So the T-29 backs off, and I decide to, well, I should get into a better position. Unfortunately, there is no one on this side that's gonna spot. So I try to find a good place to be, and I decide that maybe I should try and take a shot on this IS-3. But the gaming gods ain't with me today. This IS-3 is getting in and out of cover too fast for me. And we have just a little bit of a window to shoot him. And I fire and I miss. So the hit percentage of this game isn't that good at the moment. I decided right away that it's a good way to run back and try and fortify our base. But as you can see, our artillery takes out the IS-3. I take up a new fighting position between these threes here, and we can't really see the Tiger P yet. And at the moment the enemy is ahead of us with 7 kills. Now the thing with the ISU is that you have to be very patient. And I put one into the enemy ISU there. And there we have our second kill. And now I notice that there's a Cromwell up here. And I just have a little bit of a window to shoot him at. And I fire blind, hoping that I will get him, but sadly no. So we now have a 50% hit ratio. And the VK 3002D is out scouting for us. And the enemy Jag Panther 2 appears. And I decide that maybe I should try. And I take his engine and set him on fire. And I get him. So that was literally a one-shot kill. And here is the Tiger P. And as you can see, we only have 4 tanks left on our team. And once again, I fire blind, hoping that I will nail the Tiger P. And now it's only me and the VK left. And the VK is on a arty hunt. So I decided to go back and defend the cap. And as you can see, that was a very good decision. They have 2 enemies inside the cap circle right now. And there is one of them. And there is the IS-3. And I put one into him right away. Backing off to reload. And as you can see, the ISU-152 isn't really aiming at me, but for some reason he just disappears. And there is the IS-3 again. I decide to, well, I can take this guy in. There the ISU-152 is again. And now he's aiming at me. He fires and misses. And I fire and I don't miss, resetting the cap. And I take my time. So we have saved the cap. And as you can see, artillery is on our back. And there is the enemy cromwell. And I'm doing something you really shouldn't do. And that is get up close with this. But I get lucky there. So we have our Top Gun, and we also have a Defender medal. Now we have 1 armor piercing shot left and 5 high explosives. And we have 3 enemy tanks left. And we spot the Tiger P. And I do a wide turn here. And unfortunately, the shot goes very low. Keep moving, avoiding artillery fire. Putting a high explosive shell on his side. Now I know that he will die within the next round. So I back off, trying to get some distance between me and him, so I can easily turn and shoot wherever he decides to pop out. So artillery fires and misses me again. Tiger P rolls out and gets his ammo rack shot to pieces. So 3 rounds left. Now the VK is not that heavily armored, but it's enough to withstand the power of at least 1 HE shell. And there we have him. And as you can see, not even half of his health removed. Art is still firing at me. And I miss. Meaning that this will never work. Leaving the enemy on 60 health. So instead of just dying, I decide that, well, I'm gonna use my tank and ram him. Might not do enough damage, but what the hell. This tank is quite fast in a straight line, but unfortunately it doesn't weigh that much. And we get taken out by enemy artillery. And here are the post-game stats. And as you can see, I got 112,000 credits and a whooping 2,572 experience. I've got my mastery badge, I got Top Gun, and I got Defender. I did the whole amount of 7,406 damage, and the base experience was 1,715. And as you can see, that's way above anyone else. It's even more than the two best of the enemy players together. And as you can see, 20 shots fired, 14 direct hits, meaning I missed with 6 shells. I received 13 hits with a potential damage of almost 3,000. And I traveled 3.14 kilometers. So yeah, I really like this tank. I'm keeping it, and I'm gonna grind this all the way to the object 268. And if you are ever unsure if you're gonna get this, just get it. I hope you like these 2 reviews and replays in this fabulous tank, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Bye!